Hello there. Today is a very happy day because I just finished 5 full days of fasting. This is basically the day after my last day of fasting, and I had my first meal, which was eggs, spam, and tomatoes, which I've been craving for a while. That's actually a Chinese or Asian dish where you mix like eggs with like some type of meat and tomatoes. And it was absolutely amazing. I couldn't finish two small bowls like around that big, like bowls around that big. I only ate like one and a half, but there was rice with it and everything, and it was absolutely amazing. And I felt full. And the interesting thing is, so depending on what you're expecting from a fast, a 5 day fast, I was surprised my body took it well. I think that's a rather healthy meal or a meal that isn't filled with too much sugar or fats that your body has to spend a lot of time to digest. I mean, I guess eggs have a lot of protein. I mean, it's a very protein rich diet or meal with a lot of rice. So that was very starchy. It was white rice. And I haven't noticed any negative results. I actually feel a little bit more upbeat this morning. I did go lay back in the bed right after I had finished my meal because I felt like I needed to rest. But overall, my results from this 5 day fast, I have to say, were very good. First of all, just the idea of being mindful over the course of the 5 day fast, I had an opportunity to really observe the thoughts in my head of what was happening, really to observe the thoughts, like what it means to be hungry, what it means to be starving, and, the differences between ravenous hunger versus just regular letting yourself go to a fast and being hangry, that type of hunger. So I got to go through all of these moods and emotions and anger and like being hangry. We all know about that when you're angry and hungry at the same time, or you're angry because you're hungry, whatever that is. But physically, I definitely feel better. I lost a little bit of weight, some noticeable weight. I don't know if you could tell on the cameras. They say the cameras put on 10 pounds, but I noticeably lost some weight on my face, according to according to people around me. And with that said, uh, you know, I've noticed in the past 2 days, just the past 2 or 3 days, since from like day 3 to 5 of the fast, that my skin on my face skin, has definitely cleared up a little bit. Prior to my fast, I definitely noticed my skin, for whatever reason, had started kind of like have like pimples up here, like small pimples or whatever. And occasionally I get like these like bumps on the side of my neck, which are kind of like you could like scratch. I don't know if any of you have ever had those. They're not quite pimples, but they're just like something else. But they cleared up. It's really interesting. They cleared up, and actually, with that said, my skin overall feels very good. I don't know if that's because of my typical diet. I'm sure, and I have quite a few, like a little bit more vascularity in my arm. I don't know if you can see right there. So some vascularity, so you could tell I lost some body weight. Um, Abs show a little bit more, but if you've watched the previous videos, the main reason for doing this was not to lose weight and have abs. It was more so to experience the full effects of a fast. And there's certain things that I didn't measure. I wasn't able to measure, like my HGH. I know some people do fasting because they want to know how their body creates more HGH, which supposedly if you fast for 5 days, from days like 2 to 5 or 3 to 5, your body creates more HGH, and then a few days after the fast, your body creates a lot of HGH. And on top of that, something that called autophagy. I finally figured out the exact spelling. The past 2 days I've been calling it aphagy, but autophagy, AUTOPHAGY, and that's where your body becomes better at regenerating, because it starts to really put your stem cells to good use, or creates like more stem cells in your body, or renews them. And if you don't know about stem cells, there's a great book called Life Force, and they talk about stem cells and how it's and their regenerative effects. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next few days, and ultimately how my body feels, and whether hopefully I can stick to. Hopefully this has been enough time for me to reset my taste buds so that I can enjoy a healthier diet. And my first goal is basically eat more fruits, eat more nuts instead of eating out, and ultimately enjoy healthier meals. Because if I had not done such a drastic reset and such a drastic shock to my body, I'd probably be doing the same thing. It's hard to break habits. Like, most people don't break routines or habits unless either something very, very, very serious happens to them, like they have a heart attack, they get in a car accident, they get, you know, alcohol poisoning, they get robbed, if someone's walking down one street. Or for example, when I first moved to Los Angeles, I had a car, and within like a few months, within the first year that I was here, my car was stolen from a library. And, for me personally, that really pushed me to go search for a new car, because at the time I was on a lease and I needed to get out of the lease, and I needed to start planning like what to do after that. So I was like procrastinating. But after my car got stolen, I had to go find a car. So, and then another time when I was moving, I had all the stuff taken out of the apartment when I had just first moved in. I'd moved everything in. They claimed that they thought that it was from the previous owner, and technically, if the previous owner of the apartment left all their stuff there, anybody's allowed to take everything. Whatever. The people took all the stuff out of the apartment, and with that said, that definitely motivated me to take better precautions in that type of situation. And there was some stuff I had to get rid of or whatever. But that aside, in this consideration of change and changing habits, changing routine, improving your diet, improving your fitness, if we expect ourselves to change over time, that doesn't always happen. For me, I've only had a few habits where I've truly broken it just by, gradually changing my routine or my habit. But the most drastic changes, the biggest changes that I need came from when I was able to shock my body, when I was really able to do something such as like, an extreme fitness routine, or like hiring a very intense personal trainer who was able to push me a little bit harder to just experience what that feels like. Or hopefully this fast is a similar situation where a 5-day fast was enough to help me reset. If not, there's always opportunity to do it again. But with that said, I've had some good experiences. Some of the benefits I noticed: my skin feels better and overall cleaner, probably because I haven't been eating meat for a few days. Now, I'm not saying don't eat meat. The first thing I ate this morning was Spam and eggs, so, animal products. And who knows how that's going to quickly change my body. But anyway, it definitely helped me get a sense of what my body feels like and what my body really needs. Because the past few days, I haven't been so much craving junk food as much as it's been craving almost anything that I feel is nutritious, like nuts, vegetables, fruits. And I had some fruits as well. But I also had some snack foods. I had I woke up at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and I had to eat some chips. So with that said, some positive results from this. I can only expect that the increase in HGH and stem cells are gonna work themselves, and I'm gonna work back into my routine over the next few days with a positive attitude. And definitely, just from making this video, I can tell that my mind is much sharper in thought, because the past few days they've been very like foggy, and I've just been like speaking, but the ideas came very slowly, or I wasn't able to properly bring the next subject, the next topic to flow properly. But with this video, you can probably tell if you watch the other ones that my mental clarity is a bit sharper, and that's just from one morning meal. It's absolutely unbelievable how just one meal can completely like fix your body. I'm guessing like my stomach shrank a little bit, or like whatever happened, my digestion now is work very efficiently to fuel my body and make me feel more energized. So with that, I mean, this is a bit of an extreme type of exercise to do, 5-day fasting. And I've discussed it with some people, and they said that it's very religious for some people. Now, again, I did not do this for religion. I believe in spirituality. I respect, everybody's religions. and any choices that you make with regards to your religions, as long as it's not hurting people, but and is for an overall good of a group of people or whatever. But with that said, this is not for spiritual reasons, except to experience it, practice the mindfulness and experiencing of how my body feels through it, and the after effects too. Like, I'm totally looking forward to the next few days and just seeing how quickly my body recovers. Just one meal, and maybe it helps to break and change some habits into the future. So with that, if you're considering a 5-day fast, always be sure to talk to a doctor or physician first. The entire 5-day fast I spent only drinking water, tea, and I had like this great Whole Foods mineral infused, like water that had minerals in it, but also it was like zero sugar, zero carbs, because the main reason you want to not have carbs is because carbs can affect your ketosis, your body's ability to use fat for energy. So with that said, I think fat overall, just from my experience the past few days, is a very low energy part of your body. But anyway, more to come on this topic. It was a pure 5-day water fast with just some tea and like some sparkling carbonated water with that was mineralized, just to get that flavor. But overall, very happy with what I was able to accomplish. You'll probably get that too, your feeling of accomplishment. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the previous videos on this 5-day fast, and I wish you the best with everything you're doing. Have a great day.